Governments are corrupt. They lie to their people, steal from their people, and occasionally kill them. As Americans, we tend to believe this about other governments, but rarely, if ever, our own.
Basically, a lot of this MK Ultra stuff, a lot of the experiments were initially done in concentration camps, like at Dachau and Auschwitz during World War II.
As a therapist for the past 22 years, I have specialized in treating victims and perpetrators of trauma and their families. The consistency of people's stories about the purpose of the mind control and pain induction techniques such as electric shock, use of hallucinogens, sensory deprivation, hypnosis, dislocation of limbs, and sexual abuse is remarkable.
And if you go back to the Catholic Inquisition, that obviously similarly very well organized. We don't have exact count, but hundreds of thousands of people burned at the stake, driven by an ideology.
The secret knowledge equals power. And again, that's going right back into the whole occultism and MK Ultra mind control basis and philosophy. The handful of criminals implementing the New World Order.
They say that this whole thing ended in 1973. You're mentioning how, I mean, even celebrities now, especially the children that are being groomed in Hollywood and all that are going under this. How do you think, if in any way, this evolved, and is it more so on the female side, more so on the male side, or sort of equal in distribution?
It's all across the board, and especially targeting our children. We need to understand that this New World Order that's trying to be this great reset, whatever they want to call it, that they're trying to usher in. It's a slave society agenda, and our children are being targeted. They're being trafficked. The funding mechanism for this dark slave society agenda is drug and human trafficking across open borders. Our children are being groomed and conditioned in the school system and being indoctrinated to be little robots. And we need to realize this, get truth back in education. We have such a vast majority of us on a global scale that it's inexcusable that we allow this to go on any further. It's our time. It's our time to gather our strength of spirit, start protecting our children.
The school system, they don't want us to learn about money because they just want to pump out good employees that do what they're told. I mean, if you look at school, it's opposite of what it takes to be successful in real life. Don't make a mistake. Do as you're told. Take tests by yourself. Don't cooperate. Do it by yourself. Do it on your own. And the last thing was, there's only one right answer. No, there's tons of answers to a problem. So you come out of school scared to death of making a mistake. You do everything on your own. You don't cooperate. There's no synergy. There's no brainstorming. And there's only one right answer. Everybody wants to get the right answer. There's no one right answer. So I think people come out of school paralyzed. I think the school system is criminal in that it kills a child's spirit of learning. You know, a child goes into school all excited about, yeah, I'm going to learn and it's going to be great. And then the teacher says, sit down and shut up. Don't talk. We don't care what you're interested in.
The world's largest scam, the education system. In 1838, the concept of school was invented to train students to become skilled workers. So if they can teach your child how to sit still, how to focus, how to raise their hand and ask permission to speak all day long, they're preparing them to be the best employee in corporate America, keep the 99% of people down here, and the 1% will continue to get rich using you. They'll learn select ideas, they'll learn how to think, they'll work 40 hours a week for the rest of their life and live on nothing. They've got you. There's a specific reason they don't teach things like entrepreneurship, financial literacy, negotiations, and mental toughness, because then they'd be preparing you to be an entrepreneur, and that can't happen. Unless you explore and set the example for entrepreneurship, you, your family, and your household are part of the world's largest scam.